Rockies let him go. Sox up 4-1 in the 5th. Cliff Floyd. He's got some issues here. That looks like a strike. And that's what umpire Angel Hernandez calls, and Cliff Floyd disagrees. And so Floyd steps out. Watch out here. Floyd steps out. Hernandez does not call time. Steps out of the box, still no time. Halladay does not. That's a balk right there. That's a balk. That's what Grady Little is saying, or at least mumbling.
Top of the 6th, 5-3 Rockies. Cliff Floyd facing Javier Lopez. Floyd caught out on strikes by umpire Bruce Fleming. Floyd not happy with the call. Art Howell comes out to argue. Floyd really not happy with the call.
Oh, here we go. Oh, yeah. Follow the guy all the way back to the dugout and then throw him out of the game. That's ridiculous.
Well, I'll tell you what, somebody better get Cliff right now. Lou doesn't see Cliff, but somebody better get him out before he gets suspended.
What I started to say was a hitter just wants the home plate umpire to ask for some help sometimes on those check swings. I mean, it's tough to see sometimes even with the replay that we have whether a guy swung at a ball or not.
5-2-1 D-backs, base loaded. Richie Sexson caught looking for the second time. Tells umpire Greg Gibson, your umpiring smells like 14-day-old carp. Greg didn't like that. Next batter, Jeremy Burnitz.
Richie Sexson, bottom 4 scoreless game. Sexson, called out on strikes, and he's a big man. You don't want to get him angry. But Doug Eddings throws him out.
That's a ball.
Yeah, for a guy 6'7", the pitch looks a little low. And then Jerry Royston will get ejected for arguing the call and sticking up for Richie.
Property of the Boston Red Sox. Look out. Whoa, hey now. This will get something started. Whoa. Holy moly. This is not the spark I was looking for. Boy, Richie took, Richie one pitch up high, and he wanted to go, and he did.
In San Diego, it's Klesko again. Now watch this, hits the ball. It's going to appear to kick up some chalk. Third base umpire Larry Young called it a foul ball. It's fair, it's gone. On the replay, clearly it hits the chalk. After Klesko flew out on the next pitch, she had words for Young, and Klesko would be tossed, but not until he went 2 for 5, 2 RBIs, a double and a triple. Barry Bonds goes 0 for 2 with a walk. The Padres have won 9 of 12 against the Giants this season.
Just to remind you, tonight, 2 weeks later, second inning, Mike DeFelice first at bat. Jason Schmidt plunks him. Schmidt then tossed by umpire Jerry Lane. Schmidt said later he hadn't even thought about that fight a couple of weeks.
Yes. All right, now later, Park is tagged out there by Tim Belcher. He didn't like the way he was tagged out, so he sort of gave him an elbow, then he pushed, they had words, gave him a forearm right to the chops, then a knee to the chest. And, well, Belcher didn't like that, so he starts hitting him, obviously hitting him like a guy who's not used to fighting. Those punches didn't look very hard. The officials, the umps, had to actually tell Park, look, kid, you're done.
Going for their 7th straight road win, bottom 2-0 Pirates. Jeff Jenkins against Dave Williams, and Jenkins didn't like it much. Williams drove in a couple of runs with the stick and got people all testy as well. Top 3 still 2-0. Aramis Ramirez and Ben Sheets hits him right in the fanny. And Ramirez tries to hit him right back, and there was a big old fight. Ramirez and Sheets both got ejected. They got a standing ovation. Called strike 3, and Ramirez slammed his helmet down. They'll get a fine for that, and now he's thrown out. Well, Ramos better be careful. Lou Pinella's out there. You don't want a suspension. Cubs are going to be without Aramis for the final 3 innings today.
Gardner's 1-0. Outside corner. That's the same pitch that DeRosa went down on. That's what you have to look for if you're Ramirez. You have to realize in the air, right center. Carroll is over. 2 down. He continues to boil over, and the fact that he was walking back and he's close. He's talking to Merton. He really didn't say anything to the home plate umpire. He said something to Merton and then just looked back.
Being home runs, 2-0 Reds. Millwood in a foul mood after Dunn got him. Plunks him on Dunn's neck trip to the plate.
9-0 Reds in the 5th. 9-0. Ken Griffey lines a single off Carlos Silva. Dunn, who had walked, tries to run home and runs over Mike Lieberthal. Oh, Dunn nailed. Inning over, but the Phillies peeved over Dunn's aggressiveness. Excitement just beginning. Dunn's next at bat. He gets the brush back from Carlos Silva, and then both benches get the warning to cut it out. Silva did not heed the warning. Next pitch goes behind Dunn. Silva and manager Larry Boa immediately ejected, and there goes Dunn, football player at Texas, biggest player on the Reds at 6'6", 240 pounds. Lieberthal with the tackle, and then Silva tried to go Tyson on him, and that's when we got a full-fledged melee. Hockey players will tell you that baseball players are the worst fighters. Silva held back, and Dunn.
$30 million contract on April 8th. Dunn thinks he checks his swing. Andy Fletcher thinks otherwise and punches him out. He's also going to toss him out. That was big because Dunn has...
Bottom 6, Perez called for a balk as he tries to pick off Durham, and his manager is not happy. Jim Tracy, chilly running hot, comes out to argue. He is going to get tossed from the go. That's how you see it. Later in the inning, one out for Marquise Grissom, and that's a 2-run homer off Perez. Could have been out of the inning. Instead, the Giants have a 2-1 lead. Grissom's 11th. Perez not happy either. Later in the inning, Perez has something to say to the ump, yelling at him, and he too, from the confines of the dugout.
Facing Preston Wilson, a 3-0 count. Home plate umpire Cooper calls that a strike. 3-1 count, another strike. Wilson is stunned. Take another look. Perhaps you agree. Perhaps we agree. Ball's clearly outside. Before the next pitch, well, Wilson lets the ump know how he feels.
Giants up 9-1. Bottom of the 8th, Colorado down 13-6. Scott Air catching Preston Wilson looking. Wilson didn't dig it. He gets tossed. But the Giants go on to win it by a final count of 13-6.
Braves in the 8th, Ray King, 2-2 pitch to Paul LaDuca. Umpire Joe West calls it a strike. LaDuca would beg to differ, showing his frustration, and then he kicks LaDuca out of the game. And here comes Jim Tracy also arguing. And of course, you can't argue balls and strikes, so Tracy is also booted.
Call strike 3, inside edge. And LaDuca's been tossed by Guccione. Well, it's about time somebody said something to him. He's missed a few tonight.
And a fastball strike. And Blanton ahead 0-2. And LaDuca getting into it with Marvin Hudson. And he's been thrown out of the game. Oh, that's a big mistake by Paul LaDuca. You can't get thrown out of this game at this point. And he just was.
What Willie's saying is that LaDuca was going back into the batter's box when home plate umpire decided to throw him out. I think what the home plate umpire is mad at is that when LaDuca pointed at the plate where the ball was, it's going to be a major snap here.
Well, LaDuca better watch it. You don't want to go anywhere near that umpire and touch him, because then you're talking about a big suspension.